Hello and welcome. Hope you're doing alright. I am all good, although I have been a bit rough the last few days, so if my voice gets a bit croaky, you'll know why. But yeah, first day sort of back amongst it now. I bought these plants a few days ago. You can see I've potted them up, but we're definitely erring more towards the Jurassic side with the two on the left, as they are from the Jurassic. So the one on the left is a monkey puzzle tree, or Araucaria Araucana. The centre one is a Norfolk Island pine, otherwise Araucaria Heterophylla, and then the one on the right is a fern, and it's a Microsorum Crocodyllus. We can see why they call it the crocodile fern, because if we come in, just look at the texture on the leaves, on the fronds, sorry, absolutely fantastic. I wouldn't say hard to get hold of, because I do see them, but they seem to come and go, if you see what I mean. So you might, they're not a plant that tends to be consistently everywhere, but they do pop up every now and again. But yeah, looks absolutely fantastic, highly recommended if you see one in the shops. The centre one, the Norfolk Island pine, that's not hardy at all. You would kind of class that with a, like a monstera or something like that, something that needs to come in over the winter, which is what I'll do this time. But I might buy a few more of them and just have a bit of an experiment with them, maybe see if buy one full-time indoors, buy another, have it indoors in the winter and outside in the summer, and then maybe one outside and chuck me over soil heating over it. We'll see. But yeah, happy with that. Looks very prehistoric. I've already showed you the, or I don't know if I did, but the symmetrical growth pattern of it, but also it's very, very spiky and gnarly, which screams Jurassic to me. And this one is probably one that everyone thinks of when you think of Jurassic. They grow really well, they're hardy, or at least there's hundreds of them around this area of the UK, which is the southwest by Bristol, and they seem to do really well. We've got some absolutely massive ones, and some smaller ones as well. So yeah, I did what a lot of people, I hope, do, which is go into a garden centre when you're passing by just to see what's happening, buy some plants because you get excited, and then have no thought to where they're going to go, because that's exactly what I've done. Yeah, I mean, a bit reluctant to put any conifers in the ground, but I guess I am going to put that Wollemi in, the Wollemi pine there. I may or I may not, but I'm thinking as we're looking at it, if I was to have the Wollemi pine there, and then in a pot for the moment to the back left of the Tetrapanax, have the monkey puzzle, because obviously the monkey puzzle is a little bit spiky, so I don't really want it anywhere where there's going to be traffic, as it were. And then I'm thinking, because that Wollemi is on the outside of that flower bed, if I maybe, where that bit of wood is there, against the black bit, maybe put the Norfolk pine in the summer, because although that is heavy traffic, that will be our patio. It won't be a pile of rocks all its life, so there'll be plenty of room to get around. So yeah, until I come up with something better, I think that's going to be the initial plan. Because I guess until I decide what I'm going to do with this centre bed, although I was going to put a pine over where the canna is. Canna's still flowering, just in case you're interested. Very nice they are too. So I'm going to take that canna out this year. But so I'm thinking maybe something in there, but really they're all a bit spiky, aren't they? So maybe the Wollemi pine could go in there. But yeah, who knows? So otherwise, you probably, sorry about that, you've probably seen that I've also bought myself a Ammonite replica at the back there. I'm just going to shove that somewhere else in the garden. I've just put it there for now, but when I put it there I was kind of thinking, because obviously I've got to render this blocks where the flower bed, that are holding the flower bed in. And I've been wanting to do something a little bit different with it rather than just render it white. So what I think I'm going to do, because that thing, the ammonite, is obviously made in a cast, isn't it? Someone's made a mould, they've poured whatever they've put in there, sandstone or whatever, or made a mix up of something that replicates it, poured it in there, and then let it go off and knocked it out, and there we go. Now, one could do the same on a smaller level with fern fronds. So if I was to get some wood or something and sort of etch out a relief of a fern frond, and then I could pour concrete or whatever cement into it, let it go off, and then I could cement that to each panel of the flower bed, if that makes sense, and then just render in the edges just to make sure it looks all nice, and then maybe give it a bit of a nice paint, and it'll sort of give it that 3D effect, if that kind of makes sense to you. But yeah, still something I'm sketching out. So yeah, I won't bother doing a full garden tour now because obviously it's a bit slow. But the only thing I did sort of like is these two ferns here, the Erythrosora, Dioptrix Erythrosora, with the orange fronds on it, and then the one to the left of it, which is the Hypulpis punctata. They're obviously different species, but they're both grown exactly the same way. Like if you look at those two fronds there, they're exactly the same shape. If you look at those two there, they're exactly the same shape. Even the orange one going up at the back, and the couple at the back there, and the Hypulpis there going up in the same way. And it's just kind of quite, I just find it quite interesting, really. But yeah, anyway, that'll do it for today. Just wanted to show these things off. Very nice. Let's get a bit of a close-up on them. So yeah, very tough, very spiky, not crazy but enough. And then yeah, this one's nice and symmetrical. You've probably seen them, like I said, if you've been on holiday to the Canary Islands. And then this, which is a real winner. Yeah, just look at it. And it's not just the detailing and the thing, it's the kind of, it kind of inundulates, is that the word with it? You know, it's kind of like bumpy as well, so it does really look and feel like crocodile skin. Not that I've ever touched crocodile skin, but what I imagine crocodile skin to feel like. So yeah, I fancy that's a good haul. Going to make the place look Jurassic. I'll put them in places, and then when I do the next garden video, we'll kind of get an idea of what I was on about. So anyway, yeah, hope you're having a good weekend. I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.